Hi everyone, today we'll be doing a bike and yoga out here with this beautiful weather. The asanas exercises will be mostly about grounding. So the exercises are mostly standing, so prepare your mat or your place, and here we go. So store your bikes away, get your mats out. For this one you do not really need a block. And it's a fairly easy standing grounding exercises. So come to the front of your mat, feet parallel, and we're starting with a grounding exercise and a balance pose. Simply lift your right knee and grab your knee with your both hands. Drop the right hip, lift the chest, lift the crown of the head, and now anchor your heel into the ground, ground into the heel. Then change side, lift the left knee up, pull the knee slightly towards the chest without slouching, crouching, hanging forward. So chest lifts, crown of the head is lifting, and now the right heel is dropping into the ground. Very nice. Remember this weight in your heels now when you draw the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bend forward, nose to the knee. A little bit of a release here of the hair in the neck and the eyes and everything. And then we're coming into our first sun salutation. So step backwards into low lunge with your right leg. Ground the front foot. Make sure the foot is underneath the knee. You can ease into that pose, dropping the heels as much as possible into the ground. Now lift the arms overhead, release your shoulders, lift the chest. We're having this beautiful sun here outside. Nice grass with some trees in the background, nice breeze, really warm day. And then release back down, hands on the floor, step back into plank position. A little bit of a core engager, core strength. So pull the navel in, pull the shoulders as far away from your ears as possible. And now let your hands anchor into the ground. Really touch and be aware of the ground. Then exhale, lower your chest down, inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze slightly, and then exhale, pull it back, push it back into downward facing dog. Navel towards your thighs, chest towards the ground, anchoring both hands like plates on the ground, heels of your hand, all the fingers pressing into the ground. Feet are parallel. Heels drop if they can. And then come back forward with the right leg. So we're coming into low lunge on the other side. So right leg forward, left leg behind. Release your hips, drop your hips, and be very aware of your grounding in the front foot and all the way into the back heel. Inhale, draw the arms overhead, relax those shoulders, lift the chest, lift the gaze a little bit, and be very aware of the ground and how the ground is holding you. Very nice. Exhale, come back forward into forward fold, nose to the knee. Release your shoulders, your neck, your head. You can keep the knees bent or straight, whatever feels better for you. Inhale, bend the knees some, roll yourself up, draw the arms overhead. Release your shoulders. And exhale. Drop the arms. We're coming to round number 2. So stand tall, ground your feet into the heel, outer arches, big toe mount. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. And we stay here in forward fold, and we're coming into a deep squat position. So maybe you want to put your feet a little bit further apart. And now when you're squatting, turn both of your feet outside so that your knees don't need to twist. And I'll come back into forward fold, and your feet can turn parallel, though they don't have to. So deep squat, feet turn outside like a V shape, and then parallel, coming back into forward fold. We do that a few more times. Inhaling deep squat. Try to keep the heels on the ground if possible. If not, that is no problem at all. This is not about how it looks, but how it feels. And keep the hands on the ground. Ground the hands, feel the ground. Exhale, forward fold again. Very nice. This is a great exercise for opening the hips, for really getting contact with the ground, some ankle mobility. And then bend the knees some, ground your hands, middle fingers are parallel, and step back into plank position. We stay here a little bit, pulling the navel in, narrowing the hip points, really anchor your hands like plates, heels of the hands and all of the five, I was about to say four, all of the 5 fingers touching the ground. Then exhale, chest lowers down, inhale, lift the chest up, upward facing dog, or simply a little cobra, just pushing the chest up slightly, and then exhale, push back into your down dog position. Lengthen the spine from the crown of the head all the way into the tailbone. Then bring your left foot into the middle, lift the right foot up. Engage all the way into the hands and arms, pushing away from the floor. And then step forward with that same right leg. And we're simply coming into Warrior One here. First, dropping the front leg all the way into the heel, dropping the hips down, and then with your next inhale, draw the arms overhead. Chest is lifting, shoulders releasing. You can just let those arms fly. Sorry for the thunder, there's a thunderstorm going on here in case you hear that. Then bring the back foot a little further towards yourself. We're going to fly away, coming into Warrior Three. So keep the hands on the ground as much as you need them, and then bring the weight all the way onto the right leg, and then slowly lift the back leg hip height or maybe lower, and then bring the arms all the way to the sides like an airplane or bird or any other flying little insect that you might like. Push back into the flying heel, ground yourself and drop into the standing heel. Engage and then release, come back into plank position and enjoy having all 4s on the ground. Engage the core, pulling the navel in, narrowing those hip points. You're doing great. We'll do that on the other side in a second. Simple vinyasa, exhaling, chest towards the floor, inhaling, pick the chest up a little bit, and then exhale, push it back, push your arms, your hands into the ground, and come into downward facing dog. Very nice. Breathe it, exhale into this pose. Nothing's happening right now. And then bring the right foot all the way to the center. Lift the left leg up. Extend into that opening pose. And then step it forward with the left leg forward. Stay here in your lunge position. We're coming on that side into Warrior One. Drop your front foot into the ground. Drop your heels. And then simply lift the chest without lifting your legs anyways. Just the chest lifts, just the arms, shoulders dropping. Lift the gaze. Maybe smile a little into that pose. Arms stay relaxed, just fly with those arms away. Very nice, very good. Are you ready to fly? So first get your hands back on the ground, contact the floor, step it forward a little so you can bring your weight all the way onto the left leg, and then however you can, whatever's possible, lifting the hands from the ground into your airplane pose and kick the right leg out. Maybe hip height, maybe lower, whatever's possible. And now drop all of your weight into that left heel, outer arch, big toe mount. Steady airplane flying through the air. Very nice. And then we come forward into forward fold. Just release it. Enjoy having both feet on the ground, grounding into both heels, outer arches, big toe mount. Bend the knees some, then inhale, roll it up. Bring the arms overhead. And then exhale. Very nice. We're coming into a balanced pose. Simple tree position. And you can stay where you are. I'm simply turning towards you so you can see what I'm doing. And this is going to be our last wave, last round. So this time I forgot to mirror yours, so you can pick your right foot up first. Bring your right foot to the inside of your thigh. And drop your right hip so that both hips are parallel to the ground, and lift the arms, lift the chest. Release the shoulders. Try to really sink into that heel, the standing leg. Heel, outer arch, and big toe mount. Spread those toes apart as much as you can. Wonderful. We will stay balancing on our left leg for a second more. So grab your heel and position your ankle on your left knee. We're coming into figure four stretch standing, just sitting backwards, pushing the hips, your butt back and down, and you might feel, or we want to try to feel, a slight stretch in the right butt cheek. Then keep your back straight, lift the arms if you can, and release everything back down, march it out. Release your legs, your ankles, your hips. Have a smile, wave those mosquitoes away, and then we'll change to the other side. So grabbing your left ankle this time, position your left foot on the inside of your right thigh. Anchor your left foot all the way into the right foot, all the way into the ground. See, I'm getting confused too without mirroring. Next time, I promise. And then lift those arms, relax those shoulders. I simply hope you did the other side and you know what's coming. So you're doing great. Then grab your ankle. We're positioning the foot into figure four stretch standing. So sit back and down with your hips. You might want to push your hips down with your hands as to guide your hips backwards, feeling that little bit of a stretch in your left butt cheek. And I like flexing my foot of the leg that's lifted just to protect the knee here. Try to stay relaxed in the shoulders. Just one more deep breath. And then we're good for our last finale. Nothing spectacular or difficult, just something really, really nice and cool. So come back to the front of your mat, feet are parallel. Inhale, draw the arms overhead, bend the knees some, and then come forward into forward fold, nose to the knee. Relax your shoulders, your head, your neck. And we're simply stepping backwards, this time with the leg that is facing your screen. So simply step back with the leg that is facing the screen, because there's something very exciting happening in a second. Then ground your front foot. Inhale, lift yourself up, lift the chest, lift the gaze. arms relaxed and flying away. Maybe you can drop your hips a little more than you could before, since this is our third warrior in this sequence. And then come back down with the hands and march your hands all the way into the center, so you're straddling. Open your legs and keep the legs and keep the feet parallel. Ground both of your feet. Push into the heels, the outer arches, and the big toe mounts. And now ground your fingers, or if you have something to ground yourself on, like a block, book, or bed, sofa, whatever is next to you. And now we're bending the knees, inhaling, and exhaling. Stretch the legs out. Inhale, bend the knees, straight back. Exhale, round yourself forward, stretch those legs out. Inhale, straight back, bend the knees, and exhale, round and stretch those legs out. Very nice. Do that kind of in a meditative way to bend. Inhale, exhale, stretching back out. Very nice. And here we go. Look what's happening. We're continuing our walk all the way to the other side. So you should now have the other leg backwards, and we're coming into another warrior, our last one, with the other leg backwards. So drop into those heels, massage over your big toe mound, anchor, and drop your front heel into the ground, and then lift those arms up, let them fly away. Lift the chest, release the shoulders. Everything is fine, everything is good. You did great, and we have just a wonderful workout together. Everything will be all right. So we're coming back forward into forward fold, just releasing everything, reducing some tone here to get you all back into your life and day, either starting or finishing a day, whatever you were doing. And then inhale, roll it all the way up. Hope you have new energy, new motivation, new strength for all your endeavors. Then bring both of your thumbs to the center of your chest, towards your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye.